Good day to all, and welcome in another episode. So, today I want to reflect on making the most of where you are. We often think that the quote, the grass seems to be greener on the other side, but in most cases, this simply is not the truth. So, what if we actually make the most of where we are? And as we are still in summer time, I was just reflecting on summer holidays. So I won't lie, but probably we all dream at some point of life of a nice holidays, um, either in the past or in the present moment. Um, as for as far as I remember, social media was full of anesthetic luxury videos or pictures. Um, but then I thought to myself, what if we make the most where we are? And obviously, stop comparing ourselves, especially on social media, wanting what others want. So, of course, we are all different, liking different things, but also many people feel left out because they can't afford holidays abroad or even where they live. That's a reality for many people. Times are hard as well for many families. So I would like to tell you about my summers when I was younger. So recently, I've been thinking about my childhood quite so often, bringing back good memories and reflecting on life. So, we used to get really long summer holidays. The weather would be really good from early June until August and mid October. So we were really lucky to have a really nice summer holidays with the great weather. I used to live just in the outskirts of city center, so not really in the middle. So not exactly in the city, but I would say in the middle, on a nice side road with big houses. There weren't many houses. I think there were like 7 or 8 houses. Um, my neighbors, I actually had lovely neighbors, all of them. I was really blessed, and we all had massive gardens in front and in the backyard. It was just massive. I remember um, I remember hardly anyone going on foreign holidays, except a countryside where most grandparents used to live. So that was the mentality before. It was the only holidays for most kids from the city, and those who haven't had anyone outside of the city simply stayed where they were and made the most of it. Or they would just go to seaside or mountains during the summer holidays. Obviously, those who could afford. Um, I remember feeling sad some days that most of my friends from school went to the countryside to have more fun than me. And so I wished to have known someone who lived in the village where I could visit and spend even just a day or so chasing the chickens, eating fresh produce, and enjoying more nature, because going to the countryside meant you have been surrounded by nature. Um, so on my desperation, some days, luckily, I still had my neighbors also, who also spend most of their summer in the gardens like me, making the most of long summery days. So as much as I was craving for village visits, I was also blessed with neighbors, and we would play all day long in the summer holidays together in someone's garden. To be honest, so On hot days, people would just go and chill by the lake and have a swim. So we would have lakes and we would just go there on some days and stay there all day long. We would bring our own food and just enjoy the water. So we all had good tans, we were all very tanned and no one was afraid of the sun, I have to say. So my days would look like playing with my friends, cycling, gardening. I would also go with my grandma to her huge allotment. I mean, she had a huge allotment where she grew all the veg and fruit possible at that time. I would sunbathe them. I would enjoy her cooked meals. She also had a nice little house that was attached to her allotment, and looking back, it was the best times walking barefoot. Life was just so simple, but it was good. Also, I have to add that most of us back then had dogs or other animals, so people weren't simply able to go away. Flights were still quite rare, and summer was a time to simply enjoy the nice weather, meet up with family or friends over barbecue, and long lasting days. So we were bored some days too, of course, but it was good boredom. We used to have siestas, usually on Sundays after lunch. Now everyone, like the shop, we had no shops, so the shops were closed, everyone was relaxing. There will be just like some restaurant and ice cream places open to go as a family if you wish to. So comparing those times with today's, everything was completely different, I would say. Slow motion, simpler. People knew how to spend their time. So what can one do where they are? So for example, I know that some of us might strive for holidays and some people go, some people don't go. But I've learned to bring back some of those times I grew up with. So, you can read books, in the afternoon whenever you've got time. Maybe it's the time that you have actually time to read more books, like I do. Now I'm on my sixth one. Go for a long walk in nature, like either in the morning or in the afternoon. We usually go like after the afternoon as well for a nice walk around. Take some time to rest if you can, actually just not doing anything. Spend more time in your garden as the days last long and the weather is good. Go for a nice coffee at your local independent shop. I like to go to independent shops. I don't go to these big chains. I don't like their coffee, and I like the community feel when I go to independent shops. Camping. I've never done camping, if I'm honest, but I hope so. One day we can. I did only once camping when I was small in my with my neighbor in her garden. All night we didn't sleep. We were just giggling. It was so much fun. And her dad was keeping an eye on us, to be honest. So yeah, it was so much fun. And if you have a garden and you have space somewhere safe, then I think that's a great idea. Camping. I think kids will love it. So summer, in my opinion, is a good time to slow down a bit, spend time doing something you like and enjoy. Nature is, I think, the most beautiful at that time, with lots of colors. Well, except autumn as well. Autumn can be beautiful as well. Around us, I love the morning freshness that comes the minute I open my windows. Birds and warmth filling my home. Um, I am less tired when I wake up in the morning because the sun is already up. You can do so much more in the summer. Winter obviously is for hibernation. So I'll be very honest with you. If I had to choose now between exclusive holidays and countryside, I would definitely go for countryside because I love being surrounded by nature. I don't like places that I like places that aren't overcrowded, and seaside or beach is lovely too, don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't be something I would want to do a day after day. I like to explore too, and I think I still have this preference since being young. I just get tired of crowds. So the aim of this video is just to think about, what can we do where we are. Like I said, not everyone has the luxury to go abroad or do anything, like go somewhere. But if you just look around you and try to fill your time with something that could be for free or much cheaper, and just enjoy it where you are. um, so um, so don't think that you are missing out. We so often do so, but we are not missing out on anything. And most holidays aren't stress free, as we think. Most of it is all polished, obviously, on social media, especially when you travel with kids. It's chaos. Holidays can be very stressful as well. So I'm going to end this with my little poem called Summer. If you are still listening, thank you so much. And let me read this poem to you. And I forgot to add that as much as I love summer, I can't take the heat anymore. It's just too much for me. Anyways, the poem called Summer. A time to slow down when the heat of the sun is too much. Early mornings start with birds singing songs, and longer evenings that give you time to watch the sunset, adapting to the rhythm of nature. The waves seem calmer during summer. They swoosh ashore and go back to their core. Golden sand that blinks like gold in the sun. People enjoy each day of summertime. Smiley faces all around. Children enjoy ice cream in the sun. Summer is not just for fun, it's also a time to plan for when winter arrives. The grass is green, flowers bloom, bees buzz, and you can find a lot of snails after the rain that fall down. Some days get very hot. That's when you can expect a thunderstorm. Angels play bowling in the clouds. That's what my grandma said. That times. Lots of different things happen during the summer. The best produce comes in June, July, and it follows until August and into mid-autumn. The season for berries, tomatoes, cucumbers, and so much more. Memories are made. You can tan your face, music all around. People laugh to the sound. That's what summer is all about. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.